We are here to celebrate and honor you tonight. We have a whole evening of just incredible conversations coming up with the panels of businesses, as well as we have a keynote speaker, Cassandra, the business savage coach, is here. We're getting ready for our keynote speaker tonight. She is known as the business savage. Her name is Cassandra Britton. She is a powerhouse business coach, brand coach, international keynote speaker, top 5% global business podcaster, and retreat host who is redefining what it means to build a legacy brand that is heart-led. And that is what tonight is all about. We are so excited. Let's hear it for Cassandra.
Like this. I love having the opportunity to speak in front of entrepreneurs. I'm a business coach, and it's one of my favorite things to do to connect with entrepreneurs and to hear your stories, your successes, your failures, and everything in between. We came here to build our brands. We came here to become inspired. We came here to tap into that next version of ourselves. But I love being a part of these types of events, and the reason is every time I'm in these rooms, somebody's life is going to change. Not from me, but from the connections. Somebody's life is going to change. Somebody's business is going to change. Somebody's mindset is going to change. And somebody's identity is going to change. And so for the next 15, 20 minutes that I have the honor of being up here with all of y'all, I want to call in that version of you. I want to call in the version of you who walked in here today saying, I am ready for more. The feed that you curate, the information that you absorb every single day as a business owner, I strategically went through and I said, that's not inspiring, that's not helping me, that's not gonna make me grow, that's garbage, that makes me feel bad about myself, she hasn't done what I'm trying to do, he's not saying the right thing that I align with, unfollow. And I got really, really clear on what is the difference between Cassandra here today, stuck in the six-figure range, and all of these people that are doing the things that I want to do that are making millions of dollars. How do I become that type of person? I studied their habits, but it was about understanding the identity shift. How are these people living their lives? How are they different than the person that I currently am today? This is how you know you've actually changed. When drinking and numbing, it turns to reading and learning. When your late party nights turn to a 9 p.m. bedtime and a 5 a.m. rise. When working out, it becomes a non-negotiable. When failure is actually the pathway to success. When small thinking makes you cringe. When the circle that surrounds you, it screams inspiring. When your standards are so high that very few people get your time, and your boundaries are so strong that very few pass by. When your bank account, it reflects your self-worth. When your language, it sounds like love instead of resentment. These are the secrets. When your traumas become your stories that are used to help change the world. Yes, you can. You all can.
I would love to hear a little bit about pushing through the initial maybe resistance with your podcast. I've had a podcast for 6 years and then recently relaunched, and having a podcast, you're speaking to an audience you can't see. You don't get that instant gratification. And so I would just love to know if you have anything, any feedback, any insights on pushing through and continuing to drive forward with that without that instant gratification?
Yeah, amazing. That's a really great question. Most podcasters quit before episode 17. It's a statistic. The average podcaster does not make it to episode 17. And so if I can start, I answered this today, if I can start and I can list out 50 episodes, I'm already on a track to success if I already know 50 ideas that I'm going to come up with. But here's the kicker. The titles of these episodes cannot be based upon you. I could do an audit on your podcast. I'm happy to do that for you. The title of the episodes can't be about you. It has to be about your audience. And so we tell our stories on a podcast, but we need to position it so that our audience is asking the question, what is in this for me? So many podcasters get up because they're like, I have this great story. I want to tell my message. I want to tell it to the world. I'm a big fan of that. But they bore their audience by making it about them. We have to make our podcast about our audience.